Johnny Gaudreau, we listed our top 50 free agents earlier this week on dailyfaceoff.com. The clear, unquestioned number one player available on the free agent market. Guys like Johnny Gaudreau don't make it to market often. Point per game guys, it's very rarely happened in their careers. He finished second in league scoring this year with a fantastic 115 point season, as well as a 40 goal campaign for a guy that many believed and considered to be a really strong playmaker. Obviously 75 assists show that, but the 40 goals that he was able to contribute as well, huge part in the Calgary Flames winning the Pacific Division. And Mike, when you look at this situation with Johnny Gaudreau, I'm told the Calgary Flames have put the pedal down in terms of being aggressive, trying to get a new deal done with Johnny Gaudreau. My guess is it's going to take a really significant number, like think 8 years times 10 million, in order to get Johnny Gaudreau, who's this close, to say, you know what, I will forego going to market. Do you feel the same way?
I 100% do. I mean, Johnny Gaudreau should be a $10 million player in the NHL, or really more than that, Frank. When you start to look at comparables around the league and you see that, Panarin's up in the 11s and Tavares is up there as well. Gaudreau's your premier winger available for this year's UFA crop. And coming off that huge season, he should get paid. The only hesitancy I can see is that it was something of a bounce back year for Gaudreau. He had a down season previously, but things were all weird during COVID, man. I think you're seeing the true version of him. If you're the GM of the Flames, if you're Brad Treliving, there's kind of a cascade effect here to signing Gaudreau, if you ask me. Like, you need to lock up your best player to be able to get Tkachuk and the other guys in your roster to come back and try to do the same thing. So for me, I think the Calgary Flames have to do everything they can to keep him. I do wonder, though, there's teams out there with cap space, Frank, and there's teams that would obviously love to have Gaudreau, teams that would move money. Usual suspects, you look Flyers, you look at the Devils. You'd have more insight, I think, with those clubs than I would. Do you see other teams around this league really having the interest and the cap space to make a strong play on Gaudreau?
Yeah, I do. I just think there aren't many players like that eventually become available, right? And to get that type of production and plug it into your lineup, I think he can help transform your team. You mentioned the Devils, and not a lot of people have been talking about that. I think people look at the Flyers and they say, oh, well, Johnny Gaudreau is from South Jersey, so close to Philly, and is someone that, would certainly, be of interest to the Flyers. I'm sure he would be, but I think maybe even in some ways, positionally, he makes more sense in New Jersey, a team that we saw spend big last summer for Dougie Hamilton, and really has the capability on a team with Hughes and Hischier down the middle to then go in and be that star on the wing that you need to help drive things forward and put the Devils in that conversation in the Metropolitan Division. Going to be a really interesting offseason for the Devils. We had our trade targets board come out today, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But the Devils as well, they've said that the number 2 overall pick is in play. So 5 weeks until the draft, a lot happening. And the Devils for sure are going to be right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, we were waxing poetic yesterday on the show, Tyler and I, about Jesper Bratt, who's due a new contract in New Jersey. So plenty going on there. Player I really like in Bratt. But you start to think into the mix now, boy, if you could add Gaudreau to that mix, pretty spicy up front, Frank.
Yeah, they could change the complexion of that team in a hurry.